Innovation pays off.
Hello everyone. Myself Varsha Chauhan, Director, Principal and Counselor of Royal Senior Secondary School, Jabalpur. I would like to start. Effective leadership is an art defined by results and not attributes. So my topic is true leadership of schools. Being a leader is not a cup of tea. Every individual is different from others as they are having different backgrounds, different thinking, and they have different thought processes. But here I should say leaders are extremely persistent people. They have confidence, they believe in them, and they never let rejections or any obstacles to slow down. True leaders always inspires through actions, to follow his footsteps. He becomes the guiding light for the humanities and who carries the torch of wisdom and enlightens the society, leading people to the path of progress who set benchmarks. Leaders have to channelize their energy very effectively in school and very devotedly. They should have emotional capacity to tolerate the uncertainty, the frustrations and the pains also. Here I should say a leader is able to adapt any circumstances coming around. You know, the world is facing lot of problems. Every day is a new day for a leader. A good leader himself strive and thrive in the environment. They are highly adaptable and they are able to handle all the challenges that are pop up in the way of their objectives. They take new challenges and problems as a potential opportunity and to solve it better than anyone else. Leaders have the autonomy to develop two very different leadership models. One is, I should say, a more hierarchical and directive, and the other is more inclusive model, which brings all the teachers and the stakeholders and the local school community into one frame. Schools which are very effective, they have the capacity to improve. And they are led by their head teachers who make a significant and measurable contributions to the effectiveness of their staff. Now, the school is facing a lot of problems, but you should know how to sustain, how to go with the improvement, how you can face the challenges. Sustainability will depend upon the school's internal capacity to maintain and support development work. Here I should say the leaders should have individual support, cultures, mission, vision, passion, sincerity, sensitivity, honesty. There are many things the leaders should have positive qualities. If I talk about the individual support, he should have a capacity to support his teachers morally. He should show appreciation for the work of individual staff and take their opinions also. Then he or she should have a culture to promote an atmosphere of caring and trusting among the staff. He should have a very good tone for respectful interactions with the students and demonstrate the willingness to change practices in the light of new understandings. He should develop the structures, he should have participative decision making Then he should support the delegations and distributive leadership, and he or she should support the teachers in making decision making. Then leaders should have a very good mission and vision. They should be clear of it. The whole people around you in the organization should know what is your vision and your goals. You should communicate with the students and the staff to establish a strong sense of overall purpose. Then it comes about the performance expectations. Having high expectations for students and for teachers, it should be very effective and innovative. Then you have to encourage the staff to reflect on what they are trying to achieve with the students. You should have to facilitate all the opportunities to the staff. Now, leaders makes a difference when they are in the position of a principal and I should say an administrative team or as a teachers. Both are directly or indirectly related to student outcomes. Good leadership fosters the kind of school climate in which learning flourishes rather than directly inspiring students to achieve. Here, organizational learning is very important. It is a collective teacher efficacy which is important intervening variable between leadership and teacher work, and then comes the student outcomes. Here I should say one more very important thing, socio-economic status had its expected positive relationship with the students, with the academic achievements, retention of the staff and academic self-concept. So this is the most effective quality I should say. Now the principal being the head of the organization, they have iron determination. They are good communicators with a love for their school and its students and sound educational knowledge. They are very incurable learners also. Then they provide good models for their staff and encourage others in their school to take on their leadership roles. Effective principals need to have a high level of emotional intelligence and interpersonal skills. Often the power of school leaders is vested in their capacity to persuade and influence rather than to direct. You have to take the people with you. Your stakeholders, your parents, your teaching, non-teaching staff and your students. Successful leaders have great determination with the willpower and patience to see things through. They should have a willingness to take risks and are steadfast in challenging underperformance. Successful school leaders are very optimistic. They, I should say, very resilient. They should remain calm in a crisis and should have a good energy power and should be positive at all times. If a leader is having all this quality, he can bring a real change in the organization. It's all about really knowing yourself, having personal strategies, so you are able to steady yourself even in the stormy waters. Successful leaders are outward. They are always looking forward and they are very, very curious. They are very confident communicators and very good storytellers. They are great persuaders and a very good patient listeners. If a school leader is not a patient listener, nobody is going to approach her. So she has to build up this quality. They are very good motivators. You have to motivate your children, your school staff, getting people to do things and go that extra mile lies at the heart of good leadership. I should say leaders are very excellent networkers like the honeybees, and they are having great opportunities, and they are always in touch with the events going around. Leaders should understand what is the situation, what is the change, and should not be afraid of anything. The leaders should have quickly assessment to any situation and to adopt it appropriately. They can change their temperament according to the situation. They adjust or scrap themselves, and they can scratch also according to the situation. Leader should use the resources available made to them, and then they can work in any type of situation. A leader works hard to make every teacher better. They encourage the staff to grow continuously and improve. They challenge their teachers, they create goals, and then provide ongoing support to them. They are encouraging the teachers, they tell them to be positive, to have fun and spontaneous. But now, as the situation is, the leaders have to transform themselves. They have to think better through genuine collaboration. If they don't think and aim high, they cannot achieve anything. So you have to aim high to achieve high. Successful leaders, I should say, even the teachers, they are passionate about teachings and learning, and they are committed to their children. They take an active interest in their students' work and that of their staff. Leadership is a key factor in successful change. First, I should say leaders have to make their vision and mission very clear to the staff members for the smooth functioning of the school. Missions have to be unique, and it should be regularly monitored because it reflects in the school community. Now, if I tell about the vision, vision is set by the leaders. It is the goal you have to achieve in future, which should be very clear and focused. When the mission and vision work simultaneously and are united in a school practice, you can reach to greater heights and get success in the schools. Leaders should have a very good communication skills, and it should be very effective, strong and clear to the stakeholders, because when you communicate effectively, students learn. Parents and community members, they understand, and then they will support what you are going to do in your school, what best practices you are doing in your school. You have to keep transparency and be honest between the staff members, students and all stakeholders. Every positive word and action of the leader makes a lot to the stakeholders. I should say a leader is ready to sacrifice his personal time to help where and when they are needed. They are not worried about the time or how they look or where they are, but they are ready to benefit their school and the school community. A leader makes difficult decisions at some times. They understand that not every decision is same for every case. Every student is different, every case is different. Similarities may need to be handled differently. You have to evaluate your students, your teachers differently, listen to them individually from all sides. You make decisions every day and they are different from each other. You have the evaluation power. You learn from your mistakes. Sometimes the decisions are wrong, then you make it clear also. Most I should say the leader should have a very good decision power. You have to develop teacher standards in your schools which have a significant impact and influence on student outcomes. You will have to put your expectations, goals, missions and make them clear about the tools and technology you are using in your school. You have to be disciplined and automatically the school environment will be cordial to work out. You have to see the teacher's output, the teacher's subject related depth, the knowledge, the role and the behavior. You have to connect your teachers. You have to make a collaborative learning in your school. You have to introduce the multidisciplinary project so that teacher is aware what is going in her class. Even the students will be able to know that teachers are united together and they are playing a significant role in the school. Teachers are the role models for the students and they are figured out by their children. So teachers are expected to be more honest, trustworthy and to act with integrity. Here teachers have to see that from which background the child is coming and they have to act accordingly. Some children, they may not be techno-savvy, the parents may not be learned, some may be single parents, some or the other having the problems. You have to act differently for different teachers and in different situations. Here, the teachers has to share the roles and responsibilities among the students. Same with the leaders also, principals also. You have to share roles and responsibilities to the staff members, to the teaching staff, non-teaching staff, so that you are not biased. Every individual has a capacity to do things differently. You have to sort out their capacities, their capabilities and their inner strength. You have to take out their inner strength. You have to search what is the best quality your teacher is having and whether these roles are assigned formally or shared informally. You have to build the entire school's capacity to improve by assigning the responsibilities. You have to identify their strengths and give them responsibilities. You have to involve your staff members in preparing your school curriculum, your subject frameworks. You can appoint your 20% of the staff as supervisors and coordinators and let 80% be in their academic activity. The teacher who has been working for more than 18 years, you can involve them in their administrative work, assign them the duties of monitoring and mentoring as she is well versed with the school culture. Here, one thing more I would like to tell. If you appoint a new teacher in your school, she is not adjusted in a day or in a week, in a month. At least it takes 1 year to see the school culture. You can assign those old teachers to handle the new appointees and make aware about the school strategy plans, about the curriculum of the school, about the resources, about the co-curricular activities, about the technology, about everything about the school. But you have to listen to them patiently. You have to sometimes manage their needs and wants. You have to be very affectionate, very emotionally attached with your staff members, and then only you can create a good atmosphere in your school. If you have to be emotionally attached with the students also, so that they are approachable to you. They should not have a fear in talking with you. You have to build a respectful and positive relationship and have a good bonding with parents, with stakeholders, students, educators, your colleagues, administrators, but at the same time you will have to manage your emotions also, because personal connection can create a problem, and this can affect the school fraternity, while at the same time you can create a certain distance between your personal and professional life. You have to be fair enough and not biased. You have to be open-minded and assume the best for your schools. The teachers should have very less paperwork. They should make use of technology, as now the teachers are using during the COVID-19 lockdown period. They are really working hard for the school sitting at home. Here we should organize TED Talks among the teachers also. Here I should say you have to invest on your teachers. You should send your teachers outside for the workshops, for the seminars, or you can arrange workshop and seminars in your schools. You have to give them the freedom to experiment in academics and in co-curricular activities so that they can do wonders. Unless and until they are not free, they cannot achieve anything. You have to fulfill their needs, their wants and their expectations to reach your school to a greater heights. Now here, effective leaders value, and you should involve parents into your life, into the work of the school, because parents are more worried about their children, and you should allow them to enter into the classroom, how your children is behaving. Here parents make a difference in the students' behavior and achievement. Then you have to set visual reminders of goals. You have to be very clear the picture of your school, and the more powerful it becomes. You have to keep tracking the progress. The right support can keep you accountably motivated, and you will be on the track. Here the mission should be very clear, and you should always work with the team. You should have innovative things in your school. You should have the success. You should have a goal that you can achieve. Without this student support, without the teacher support, you cannot achieve anything in your school. Here I should say you have to develop the skills. You have to develop the trait from the lower class, so it goes on till the upper class. The traits, the culture, the right things goes on from the lower classes. The best practices are done in the lower classes. The practices are done in long term also, in short term also, and in mid term also. The long term processes, I should say, when you appoint a teacher, this is a long term process to get adjust herself in the school environment. Mid term, you can arrange the activities collaboratively with the students, giving them mind maps, collage making, anything you can do in the mid-term or in the short-term way. We as a leaders are the steward of the culture. We have to keep our goals, our beliefs and practices going on. We cannot stop them. Every day is a new day for us to learn something and to give something to the society. Leaders are always under the microscope. They are praised for their school success, and sometimes they are scrutinized also for their failures. So, being a leader of the school, you should have a capacity to take all the challenges given to you. You should not be afraid. You should adapt yourself in whatever the surrounding is. whatever the environment is, you should adapt yourself. You should involve yourself in that environment. I should say, when a leader is trusted, compassionate, lovable, open-minded, a real change can happen. We together can create wonders by our experiential learning and doing the best in our school. Thank you, Weber, for giving me this opportunity. I would like to thank Fizz Robotics. Wish you all the best. Stay safe, stay home. Thank you very much.